Are we live?
I don't know. It takes like 20 minutes to go live. Wait,
It says we're live.
it says I'm live? We're live? That's so weird. It doesn't. Oh, it's live. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
This is so weird, but okay. Hello. Hello, world. My name is Daniel. How are you
My name is
doing,
Shreya.
Freya?
I'm
Yeah,
good. How
let's
are you?
introduce ourselves. Hi, my name is Daniel. I am a developer relations engineer whose job it is to make coding fun, exciting, and accessible. And also be cool on the internet. That's my job. How about you, Shreya? What do you do?
Hi, my name is Shreya. I am the head of operations for Bit Project, and I am currently a computer science and engineering major at UC Davis. And I am currently eating a brownie.
That's awesome. Yeah, so
Mhm.
that's exciting. Shreya, do you want to drop this in the Discord for your bit project?
Yeah.
And yeah, today we're gonna be doing something really fun. We're going to be building with the Microsoft Face API to detect beards, I believe, in pictures. So let me write that in the description real quick. Detecting detecting beards with AI featuring Azure cognitive services. I gotta have a beard emoji.
Mm,
Awesome. Okay, that's pretty cool. Not gonna lie, the beard emoji. Okay,
it is.
Shreya. So, what is your experience with Azure and like coding serverless functions?
My experience with Azure prior to starting this learning lab was zero, none. I've only heard a lot about it because we do a lot of camps at the project with it. We
Hmm.
work with the Azure team a lot, but I've never used it myself. And yesterday was the first time that we actually started using it. So we did week one's content. Um, and by the end of it, we learned how to use the multi-parse function to and Postman to send a request with a picture and then get it.
That's awesome. So for the viewers at home, could you like kind of share your screen on the Postman and show folks like how like just like what we did last time, so they have like some context.
Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to see if there's a way I can like screen share multiple things on this,
Mm,
but I think I'm just gonna have to stop the screen share and
okay,
then
no
just screen
worries.
share everything. Cool. This is Postman. I believe this is what we did yesterday, right?
Hmm.
Um, so we went into body. We created a new request and we went into body, form data, typed in image. I uploaded an image of myself. We got the function that we made on Aster. We got the URL for that. We pasted in here. We
Hmm.
clicked send. And then hopefully when you go over to this over here,
Are we making a sound
um,
effects now?
yes.
That's
We should have
exciting.
like music in the background while we're waiting for things to load.
Nice.
And we went into logs, and let me just do that again.
What are logs, Treya, for those of us that don't know?
So, as far as I know, it's just like the literally like the record of the number of requests that we've sent from Postman and how they're interacting with the function.
Yeah, so logging is basically when the computer writes down everything it's doing, So us humans can go in there and see what's going on if something breaks. So
That's cool.
when a computer does anything or a server does anything, it writes everything down in its logs. And when things go wrong, that's when we usually look at the logs because no human wants to look at that. That's why we have computers.
But we can see over here that the file that I uploaded on Postman has been sent over here. So it's a success.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
That's really fun. Wow. So let's keep going with the tutorial.
Yeah. So I think right now we're at, we've done all of that. I uploaded a picture of the log because it asked us to attach a screenshot of it. And now we're going to create a face API endpoint. What does that
Oh, that's
mean?
exciting.
Let's look at that. What is an API endpoint? Simply put, an endpoint is one end of the communication channel. When an API
Could you
interacts with
zoom in
another
a little
system,
bit so we can see better?
is that better?
Zoom in. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Mhm.
When an API interacts with another system, the touch points of its communication are considered endpoints. Cool. For APIs, an endpoint can include a URL of a server or service. Each endpoint is the location from which APIs can access the resources they need to carry out their function. And what are we trying to do in this project?
So we want to detect a beard, I believe, right?
Mhm.
Cool.
So what does the API endpoint have to do with the images that we're uploading?
So how do computers talk to each other? Let's say I have a computer in New York and a
Mhm.
server in Brazil because Pachi Codes is here. So I just want to throw in that Brazil reference. But so let's say these computers want to talk to each other, right? Let's say I have my service hosted on Google Cloud whose server is in Brazil.
Mhm.
How does my app talk to that server?
I think part of that question is actually answered here. I should have read the whole thing. Um, it says that APIs work using requests and responses, and when an
Mhm.
API requests information from web application or web server, so in this case, the API is going to request the image that we're sending over, it
Mhm.
will receive a response, which I'm guessing is the API, is the image itself.
Mhm.
And then the place that APIs send requests and where the resources live is called an endpoint. So that's where the image is going to stay. So we want the image to go to the endpoint. Is that correct?
Mhm. Yeah. So endpoints are basically the point, the how do I say it? So I'm trying to come up with a metaphor because I am the king of metaphors. I think
Sure.
if it was a McDonald's restaurant, right? The endpoints
Mhm.
are the place where you talk to the server, that place where you shout your order because they never can hear you. So yeah, endpoints are important because the endpoints don't store anything. Endpoints are where you point things to and send it to, and then the server stores it. If that makes any
Mhm.
sense. So that that URL that you pasted into Postman, that
Mhm.
is an endpoint that we're accessing to
Oh,
send data.
cool. Does that mean that any URL ever is an endpoint?
Sorry, could that yes, that it is an endpoint because you're
Okay.
sending a request. So whenever you type in https / google.com, you're
Mhm.
sending an API request. You're being like, hey, I want to access Google. And then the server sends information back to your computer.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So how do serverless tie into all of this?
Yeah,
Serverless
so
functions.
serverless is so whenever you have a website, right, or a piece of code, in the olden days before AWS and Google Cloud, what you'd have to do is you'd have to buy a server. You
Mhm.
could literally buy a server, and then you would have to put your code on there, and then you could communicate directly to your computer, right?
Mhm.
So that requires a lot of effort. You have to go buy the server. You have to maintain it. If the electricity goes down, it's terrible. Also, let's say you have a store, like a Halloween store website, right? The traffic in October is gonna be insanely big compared to January, right?
Mhm.
So you would have to account for all of those things when you buy a server. So you would have to have 10 servers to account for all the traffic you're gonna get in October, and in January, you're never going to use the 10 servers because who's looking for Halloween costumes in January? So the great thing about serverless is that it'll automatically scale with the number of requests that it gets. So
Mhm.
during Halloween time, without you pressing a single button, based on the number of requests it gets, it will increase infrastructure it needs to run. So you don't have to manage anything. All you have to do is push the code. And Amazon, Google, these companies will handle everything else for you. Does that make sense, what serverless function does?
Yeah, I think that's really cool. And it kind of helps businesses be really powerful if you don't have like the infrastructure to have your
Yeah.
own servers.
And the reason I really like serverless functions is, like how we just added code even within the Azure portal. We didn't have to navigate away to an IDE. It makes
Mhm.
it so easy for us to just get in, like write like maybe 10 lines of code and start like building something really cool.
Yeah,
So it reduces the time to market, official tech word here. Time to market, so you can build apps faster and better. But yeah, that's what we're doing.
that's what
So
we're
let's go
doing.
back.
Okay, so this step is fairly straightforward. Log into your Azure portal, done that. Press create a resource. Press AI and machine learning on the left, and then press face and fill out the necessary information. All right, so we're getting directly into it. How do we, okay, create a resource. We want to navigate to AI and machine learning, and then face.
Face.
Wow. Record and save the API endpoint and subscription fee as a key. I can talk, it's okay. And we'll be using it in the following parts. Okay, so do we fill this out just yet?
Let's do it. Let's create the resource. Like, did we already create the resource and create?
Do we create a new group or do we use the same group that's
Let's look
available
at the
here?
instruction.
I don't think the instructions say.
Let's just use the existing resource.
Okay, sounds good. And region, that's fine. Name, just gonna give it Shreya. Shreya's face thing. And then free, I'm guessing. I certify that the service is not by cool. Please acknowledge the cognitive science
Oh,
of
you have to check it.
Okay. Wait, what? Oh, okay. What are we putting in here? Tags, tags. Oh, I think we can just review and create it, right?
Yeah. Let's see if
Yeah.
it works. It looks like it's doing that fancy Windows loading animation, so hopefully it works.
Okay. Ooh, validation passed. And what did they want us to save? Record and save the API endpoint and subscription key. I'm not sure if this is what we need to save yet, but I'm going to screenshot it just in case.
That's
And then,
smart. I think that's a really good tip. If you
yeah,
don't know, screenshot it just in case, Worst case, you just have another thing that you have screenshotted.
yeah. Initializing deployment.
Bro, doesn't it make you feel like a hacker when all these things are happening and you're like, whoa,
Whoa.
whoa, we're so cool.
Cool. Very cool. There's a correlation ID. I'm still not sure if I should be saving any of this. Should I just go to resource?
I don't think you have to save anything of this, but let's look at it. So we have did we make this a face? Oh yeah, this is a face API. I think we can move on to the next step because I think all they wanted us to do is just create the resource.
We created.
Could you zoom in a little bit for our
Oh
viewers?
yeah. We created the resource.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna it says just comment it, right? Once you're done, write a comment. I'm going to probably just quickly on the side open up the Bitcamp an issue just for clarification on this.
Okay, let's do it.
Right.
So an important part about doing what we're doing right now is that we're actually test driving some curriculum that our organization has written. So whenever we find things difficult or we don't understand something, we're going to create an issue. So someone like we or someone like you, some student will go in and help improve our curriculum. So we're just being
Mhm.
like, hey, take a closer look at this. Let's try to improve it.
I think my main thing is I'm not sure what to save when it says this. So desired outcome clarification, perhaps with screenshots. Cool. And let's go back to continuing this.
Perfect.
And now we're going to start setting parameters. Recall the purpose of this Azure function. Receive and parse an image from a web page.
Mm-hmm.
Call the face API and analyze the image. So it's the image analysis part that we really need to get to, right?
Yeah, and then calling the face API and stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
So let's look at what params are. What are params? And I love how you said it. How do you say it again?
Parameters.
Parameters. We love it.
Parameters.
Okay. We stand. So what are
Um,
parameters, Shreya? Let's read this amazing documentation. Shout out to all the amazing folks out there who write documentation. We love you.
we
Sending all
love
the love.
documentation. Um,
Let's
no,
read through it.
honestly, though, this is great. Cool. So API reference tutorial parameters are options that you can pass with the endpoint,
Mm-hmm.
such as specifying the response format or the amount returned to influence the response. Oh, that's interesting. There are several types of parameters: header parameters, path parameters, and query string parameters. Request bodies are closely similar to parameters, but are not technically a parameter.
That's cool. Like, let's scroll down. What is a type of parameter? I'm kind of confused. Let's like scroll down and see what parameters look like. Let's look at
Ooh,
some examples.
examples of parameters. Let
Can
me
you
know if you want
scroll
me to
in?
scroll in. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's look at the examples.
So path parameter
We
is
scroll up a little bit.
string. Yeah.
So do you see how like if you go into that put request, do you see that put request? Do you see that
Yep.
comment ID? Like it's
Mm-hmm.
bolded. That's an example of a parameter. So through your URL, oh my god, I cannot talk today. Through your URL, what you can do is you can pass in certain variables
Mm-hmm.
to your server to be like, hey bro, like I'm requesting that you add this piece of information to the database. And this is the piece of information. So whenever you go on certain websites and you click like an affiliate link, so if you go on YouTube and like when you click that like link, whenever you know the links that those YouTubers add whenever they want you to buy something from Amazon, it has like
Mm-hmm.
a really long URL. It has
Yeah.
all those question marks with like a bunch of like stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically examples of parameters. So you're telling the server, hey, like I am coming from this person's website. This is from like a mobile device. All these kinds of pieces of data we're passing in as parameters. So when you make an API call, you can send so much information with just the URL. Does that make sense? Sure.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. In our case, I think I'm still confused about what we're going to use the parameter for, but I'm guessing it's going to explain that over
Yeah, I think
here.
so.
So we're going to be creating parameters that the Azure function will use to send a request to the face API endpoint we just created.
Mhm.
So at this point, our Azure function should look like this. Let's just go back and check to make sure it does look like that.
Mm.
I'm just going to open it on a new tab.
Ooh, Umair, thanks for following. We love you.
Umair's here. Hi, Umair.
We love Umair. Umair, I reached out. I cold DM'd Umair like last year, and or a year and a half ago. Time doesn't mean anything during the pandemic. And Umair is one of the coolest people I've met. He's so passionate about what he does. And he helped land my job because he became an amazing reference for me for both of my jobs. So we stand Umair. Umair's
He's
awesome.
also helped our primary education team run over the last year a lot.
Love you, Umair. You're so cool. Awesome.
Okay, so let's make sure that our function, where did she go? Okay, we have this part. I think everything is correct. The only difference is that the context log.
If you could, Shreya, try
Yeah.
not switching so quickly because it makes me go like, whoa.
Whoa, really sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries. Let's just like slowly take it. Like let's explain to the viewers what's going on right here.
So right now, my computer is malfunctioning.
Love that.
I can't seem to. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure that our code looks exactly the same way that the other one does before we move on. And in the learning lab, they have this line above these variables.
I don't think the order matters here because it's not
Just in
reference. It's just
case.
like a static. It's just like, hey, bro, let's print this.
Yeah, but just for like my mental peace of mind, I need to make sure it looks the same.
Okay, we stand.
Yeah, we stand. Okay, awesome. And then we're going to create a function outside of this that will handle analyzing the image. This function is async because
What
we
is
will
an
be using.
async function?
That is a great question. What is an async function in JavaScript? Interesting. An async function is a function declared with the async keyword. Okay, but what do they
Can you like
do?
read through it? Like instead of like scrolling past it, let's read the whole paragraph.
Okay. It's sorry, brain just like froze for a second there. An async function is a function declared with the async keyword. Async functions are instances of the async function constructor, and the await keyword is permitted within them. So we want a function that can use the await keyword.
So so I'm looking at the demo and I see things like promise and async. Do you know what a promise is?
No, I've never come across this before.
So let's Google what promise is.
In JavaScript?
Yeah, promise in JavaScript. See, we stand getting fundamental knowledge. What is a
Mm,
mastering the JavaScript interview?
wow. Thank you, Eric Elliott. Um, what is a promise? A promise is an object that may produce a single value sometime in the future. Oh, that's interesting. Either a resolved value or a reason that's not resolved. A network error occurred. A promise may be in one of the three possible states: fulfilled, rejected, or pending. Promise users can attach callbacks to handle the fulfilled value.
So what does promise mean? So explain it to
So,
me, Daniel Q Public.
okay, so a promise is an object that may produce. So we're just trying to, in this case, create a function using, oh, it returns a promise. So is it kind of like it has some sort of a trigger, and then if it reaches that trigger, it returns a value? Is that what it means?
Is that what it means? I'm kidding. No,
Don't,
that's not it. That's
reverse
not
on
it.
me,
That ain't
please.
it. We gotta figure this out before we move on. Like, what is a
Okay,
promise?
okay. It may produce a single value sometime in the future. So yeah, it's just an object that could produce a single value, but what would that be valuable for? What would that be used
So
for?
uh what's the second sentence say?
A promise may be in one of these three states: fulfilled, rejected, or pending.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
So what does that mean? Like
I mean,
what situation? Because in order for me to be confident in that you understand, right?
Huh.
what a promise is. I need you to explain to me in what situation would you need to use a promise in JavaScript?
I mean, like in the case of our image, we could use it in just making sure that we received the image.
No, but why would we use a promise instead of just having an if statement?
Because is it something I'm not
Let's keep Googling until we understand what it is, because this is very important. So for those of you who are preparing for job interviews and things like that, these fundamental concepts are very important to know. So this is why I'm like sticking my foot down metaphorically, because we're
Stick it down.
100
Oh,
miles.
okay, there's more information over here. It's an object which can be returned synchronously from an asynchronous function. That's what we're trying to do in our function.
What is a synchronous function?
What is synchronous? No, not a motor.
What's a synchronous?
JavaScript is synchronous, which means that it will execute your code block by order. Oh, okay. So that means that the promise thing doesn't depend on the order of the code that you're writing.
So explain to me, Daniel Q Public, who has never heard of coding before. What is coding? What is what's a synchronous function versus an asynchronous function?
I mean, a synchronous function, according to this, is just a function that goes in order of the way that it's been written versus a promise, an asynchronous function, such as promises, does not depend on the order. That's what I meant by like, is it waiting for some sort of a trigger?
What is a trigger? What do you mean by trigger?
Like it's waiting for something to happen. And then it'll
Sorry, I'm
execute.
confused.
I'm confused too.
Let's figure it out. That's what the stream is here for. You know, we can help other people.
Here's a function that returns a promise which will resolve after a specified time delay.
So what is a promise?
It's a promise. It's like a promise, like in real life, where it's like, okay, if you do this, I promise to return this value.
Whoa, that's not actually very far away from the actual answer. You're like getting there. It's like it's getting warmer.
You can optionally resolve or reject with values, which will be passed to the callback functions. Important promise rules. I'm gonna scroll back up to the top and start over. What is a promise in JavaScript?
I can nudge you in the right direction if you don't mind. Do you want that? Do you want the friend's help?
Give me 2 seconds.
No worries. Take your time.
It allows you to associate handlers with an asynchronous action's eventual success value or failure. And then what are we trying to do here? Okay, so like in this case, we have an asynchronous function. So since JavaScript is synchronous, right?
So what does synchronous mean? Like, do you understand how synchronous works?
According to this, that it'll execute your code block by order. So that means it'll just execute the code down.
So if that's what synchronous is, what would asynchronous mean? Because in English class, not, right? So what would be the opposite of a synchronous
that just
function?
means that it doesn't necessarily have to rely on the order and it can happen at any point. So in this case, this function will happen at any point because it's asynchronous, and then this promise is going to return a value based off of how this function ends.
So what is the relationship between async functions and promises? I think that is the key point that I want to get to.
Mhm.
I know this is a lot of pressure. So, but like, this is really
Nah, it's
important.
cool. I left my pride behind yesterday when you started asking me. Um, wait, it said async somewhere. Where did it go? Mm, it allows you to associate handlers with an asynchronous. Yeah. Wait, what's the question?
So, what is the relationship between asynchronous stuff and promises? Like, what is the relationship of those two things?
It lets asynchronous methods return values like synchronous methods. Instead of immediately returning the final value, the asynchronous method returns to a promise to supply the value at some point in the future.
Hmm.
So, this function will return a promise to supply.
Will it?
Can I call a friend? Can I get your help on this?
Yeah, of course, of course. I mean, I'm here. I just want to like make sure that you understand what promises are. Let's try implementing it first, and maybe we'll understand it as we go. So it's not all
Mhm.
theory. So let's go back to the GitHub Learning Lab. So what are we doing here?
We're creating the new function, so we were at this point. This function will be called analyze image, and it takes in one parameter that contains the image we're trying to analyze. Inside, we'll have two variables involved in the call, subscription key and year base. Substitute the necessary value. So that's another thing. We didn't actually get the subscription key, so we're going to have to do
Let's do
that.
that first. But before I do that, I want to just mention something. So let's read that first sentence right after the code block we're going to create. Can you read it?
We're going to create a new function
Mm-hmm.
outside of module exports, which will be just outside of this entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I keep switching back and forth. That will be handling analyzing the image. This function is async because we will be using the await keyword in the API call.
So the await keyword basically tells the program, hey, wait till this happens to do something else. That's what await does. Okay. So this makes sense because this is a step-by-step process, right? Because we want the program to like await the so we're gonna first pass in an image, right? Through an HTML form. We did that yesterday through Postman, right? Where we sent through an image through a HTTP request. So once you've received that image, then we want to send it to the Microsoft Face API, right? Like you want the image to come in and then send it. That's why we're gonna use the await keyword. So we're gonna await for the image to come in and then do whatever you need to.
Okay.
So yeah, let's get the subscription key.
Let's see.
So you might want to hide your screen or not stop sharing your screen as you do this, just because you can still share your screen, but I'll just remove it so you don't see it, so I can see it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and okay, cool.
Okay. And
Let's Google. Let me Google. So let me share my screen so I can Google. How do I do that? Okay.
I'm just going to keep clicking stuff
How
while you
to
do that.
find Azure subscription key? Get Azure subscription key. Uh, for Azure Face API. Oh, look at this documentation. Uh, click go to resource in the main portal.
1 second. I need to
Maybe.
send my family this Twitch link so that they watch. Okay.
Oh my gosh, we have fans.
Yes. So could you repeat what you just said?
Yeah, I think you can find it if you go to if you click go to resource in Azure
Uh-huh.
and then go to
Click go to resource in Azure. Do I click on the resource itself?
the face resource.
Yeah.
The
I'm done.
face, and then it should be under is it under key or access key?
Keys and endpoints.
There we go. And then you should have a subscription key there.
There's 2 keys over here. Do you know which one?
I think either one works. Let's try
Either
it
one
and
works?
see if it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And we,
Are you?
I mean,
Did you copy and paste it?
I can copy it. You can screen share because you can't actually see the key itself.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, I shouldn't actually screen share. Don't do it yet because I just
Mhm.
realized when I paste it, you'll be able to see it.
Okay, this is Inception.
Don't look at that. Okay, wait. Let me just.
Are you gonna paste it in?
Yeah, I pasted it in, but I can't share the function if I do that because you'll be able to see all my secrets.
Why don't you just put it in the bottom and then just. What if you make a variable for the Azure key and put it at the very top and just make sure we don't scroll all the way to the top?
Sure. And then
We stand security, we want to make sure that we're not releasing all of our secret keys world because that would be bad. Not gonna lie, that would be pretty bad. Y'all, don't do that if you're streaming.
And for my subscription key, I just want to have the key itself.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have to put this in quotes here.
Let me
And
know when you're ready.
yeah,
You ready? Okay.
yeah. I hope this works. So we have this async function over here at the bottom under
Mhm.
this.
That sounds good. So what do you think the async function is doing?
It is going to, wait, let me go back. Oh, over here.
Mm-hmm.
Right now it's linking to the face API so that whenever I do get that image,
Mm-hmm.
which could be at any point,
Mm-hmm.
it can send that image over to the face API.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Now we want to set the parameters of our post request and specify the exact data that we want. The documentation for the face API is here. So many tabs. Let me just close all of these. Cool.
Wow, the face API. There's so many features. Let's start reading through it. Can you read out loud some of these features?
Mm-hmm. So the face detect thing detects human faces in an image, returns face rectangles, and optionally with face IDs, landmarks, and attributes. You know what this reminds me of? Completely off topic. Is
What?
a K-drama I'm watching right now called Startup, where they basically create their own face API. It's kind of cool.
Whoa. We should name this project Startup OST or something. I don't know.
Oh my god.
We stand Korean dramas. Oh my gosh. I haven't watched one in so long, Shreya. Do you
You
have any
should watch it.
recommendations?
You should watch Startup. It's really fun, and then it makes you feel really stupid because all these kids are really smart and they know how to code, and they're like making startup and becoming billionaires. It's
No, there's a lot of startups that fail. There's for every startup that's successful, there's like 3,000 that fail. Don't quote me on that, but
but they didn't. They succeeded.
and they're all very pretty and handsome. I'm like, where's this fantasy world where people are good at coding, are really good looking, are good at everything, fall in love? I'm like, that's not fair.
It's so not fair. But we
Yeah,
should definitely watch that sometime afterwards.
that sounds good.
No image will be stored. Wait, what is this? Only the extracted face features will be stored on the server. The face ID is an identifier of the face feature and will be used in face identify, face verify, and face find similar. Oh, that's cool. I can do all of these things.
Yeah, so like, what if like we want to do a beard detection on your face? What do you think would happen?
I will not be ashamed of whatever the results are.
I'm kidding.
um,
Beautiful.
okay, I don't think we have to read through all of this.
Oh, let's read through a little bit of it, like before we go there. So, what kind of
Which part?
information? Let me ask you a question. It's pop quiz time. Pop quiz time. What is the feature? What attributes? Oh, that gave it away. What attributes will the Face API return to the end user? Like, what kind of information can I find out about an image?
You can find out anything. It's gonna have a face. Wait,
No,
what?
no, no. What? Here's the hint. Attributes can the API detect?
It can
Attributes.
attributes include age, gender, head pose, smile, facial hair, glasses, emotion, hair. Wait, what's different from facial hair and hair? Makeup, occlusion. What does that mean? A blockage or closing of a blood vessel or hollow organ. Wow.
That is so
Accessories.
random.
Blur, exposure, and noise. Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah. Sorry. I said attribute like 4 times.
No, you did, you did. I was like stuck on this word and I like refused to go further down. That's why I missed this whole thing. I was like, yes, attributes. I see that.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna
I got
return
it. I
all
got
of
it.
that. There's another thing that we need to look for when we look at API documentation is how the F are we going to access this API? Like, what form of data do they want? I love my like used car salesman voice. What
What
kind of
form of
data?
data do they want?
I should be a theater major like Chloe. What am I doing with my life? Okay, let's scroll down and figure out the phase API. I'm so chaotic. It's kind of bad. Okay. Let's slowly scroll down.
Mhm.
No, this is useless. This is too complicated. Let's look at the actual HTTP method. So
That's
scroll
what I was
down.
trying to.
You scrolled past it,
Oh,
boy.
oh, oh, oh.
There's the URL. Okay.
Okay.
So what do you think this means right here? This
Endpoint.
huge,
We have
ugly.
our endpoint over here.
Mm-hmm.
And then face, version 1, detect, and then we decide which and how many of these we want detected.
Pop
Oh,
quiz here. Pop
face
quiz.
attributes. We want
No,
beards.
sorry. Sir. Before we do that, pop quiz.
Pop quiz.
What is a Identify an example of a parameter in this.
Parameter 1, parameter 2, parameter 3.
We stand. Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
So, what are we gonna do?
We're going to copy this URL at some point.
That's pretty cool.
Mhm.
What's a boolean?
A Boolean is a true or false. It's a type
That deserves
that returns true or false.
that deserves a dab. Let's like dab it out. Okay, cool.
I can't see you right now, so you're gonna have to redab once I can see things. But
Okay, I dabbed just now. Just
um,
FYI. Okay,
Thank
great.
you.
So return face attributes. Like, I think this is really straightforward. We just have to tell them what do we want, like glasses, emotion, hair. This is pretty straightforward. I'm down for this.
hmm
Let's go and see what's going on in the instructions
Now we want to set the parameters of our post request
and
and
specify.
specify the exact data that we want. The documentation is here. Read through it. Notice that this is the URL. All of the bracketed sections represent possible request parameters. Read through the request parameters section carefully. How can we specify that we want to get the emotion data? Oh, we want to get the emotion data? I thought we were doing the beard one. Oh, no, it's
We can
called
do,
emotion.
we should, yeah, emotion, I guess.
It's called the emotion reader, my bad. We can do beard detection for our case.
Oh no, let's stick to that thing, you know.
Are you
Emily put a
sure?
lot of her
I feel
heart and
like you
soul.
really, really want to do beard detection.
No, your beard isn't that prominent today, so it wouldn't detect anything today. Like you
Hey,
gotta wait till like it's no
I've
shave
grown it out.
November.
I've grown it out for a while.
This is okay. My beard has actually grown out. Like let me zoom in to my face. Wait.
Wow. I'm pretty sure I have a bigger beard than you. Like stash, definitely.
This is 18 years of beardom, you guys.
This is
18.
2 months.
Bro, my beard has grown so much in the last like
Oh my God.
3 months.
I'm so
Months.
proud of you. I don't want to like show off or anything.
Yeah, please don't. Makes me feel bad about myself.
But
I'm like,
if this
I
was
don't
a competition.
Okay,
Okay.
cool. So let's keep going.
Okay. Um,
Share your screen.
gonna be inception again. Okay, cool. In order to specify all of our parameters easily, we're going to create a URL search parameters
Mm-hmm.
programs object. Here's the
Ooh.
object declared for you. I've also already specified one parameter. Return face ID is true to provide an example, and then a new parameter that add in a new parameter that requests emotion. Cool.
Oh, that's pretty
Ooh.
simple, relatively.
So let me go back here and are we doing this in any of these functions, or is it a separate function of its own?
What do you think it is?
Oh, it's a burp. Sorry.
Guys, this is a 100% honest view of our lives, you know?
Oh my
This is
gosh.
great. We love this like authentic, you know, rustic nature of our stream. That's rich people
Um,
talk or like very humble. I'm kidding. Okay. We stand. Okay, so what do you think the let params, where does
this
that
is an
go?
object. This is not a function. So I'm just going to put it somewhere at the top without showing you my key. Is that
Whoa.
right?
Is that right?
We'll find out. Uh, and then they want us to add in a one that requests emotion. So which one was the emotion thingy? Is it just
Can
emotion
I
expressed
give you a
again?
hint that you're going the wrong direction?
Am I?
Yeah. It's
Are
the
you sure?
params are not the top. Yeah, I'm like very sure. Because when are we calling the params? Like, no, stop switching. Stop switching. Oh my god, it's giving me anxiety. Let's go back to the as function.
Mm-hmm.
And let's not give me a heart attack. That'd be cool.
Okay.
So when are we gonna use the params? Like when? Are we gonna use it to call the files?
No,
Like,
we're gonna
are
use
we
it
gonna
when we get the files.
no, we're gonna use it when we send it to the face API, right? Is that
Mm-hmm.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
So if we're going to do that, why would you put it in the very like outside? Wouldn't you put it somewhere where it's only accessible, where we call the face API?
Over here.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, let me put this here because I have it. paste. Oh shoot, I lost it. Wait, let me just do this real quick. But I don't want age and gender. I just want emotion. And then
You need to make sure you format that correctly. Emotion should be its in it.
oh my god, don't look at my
You
key.
need,
I showed my key. It's okay.
it's okay. No one's gonna hack you. No. You messed up, ma'am. If you look at
I messed up
emotion, it's
again.
formatted incorrect. Emotion. Look at emotion. It's missing a little. You need each the return face attributes needs to be in its own set of apostrophes. No. Go back.
What?
Do you see return face ID? Do you see how that is covered by its own set of like? Yep, there you go.
Voila.
Also, do we want to do parameter name, parameter value? That
No,
doesn't
I
make
was
any
supposed to
sense.
do it here, but that's okay. We'll just remove this. Oh,
Okay, cool. Oh, finally. This is so difficult, you guys. I'm dying. Let's copy what we have so far.
will something happen if someone can see my subscription key?
Oh no, well, they can use your subscription key and abuse the F out of it and charge you a lot of money. But you don't have a paid account, so the worst they can do is like max out your $100. Like,
I don't want them to do that.
okay, cool. What's the next step? Did something pop up yet or no?
Mm-mm.
Do you want to reload it? Maybe it'll decide to cooperate.
Taking a brownie break. Oh, it's here.
These like graphics are on point, I have to say. This is pretty good. Okay, so we're gonna parse the image. What are we doing? Like, can you scroll down to the instructions?
Call the face API P2, part 2, using fetch.
Stop making fetch happen. Okay.
I think that's you, not me. You and Emily wrote this. Okay. We are now going to be using Azure to send a post request to the face API endpoint and receive emotion data. Yes. There are many ways to make a post request, but to stay consistent, we're going to use the package node fetch. This package makes HTTP requests in a similar format as what we're going to use for the rest of the project. Install the package using the same format we did. Install the node fetch package. Did you fall asleep? Oh.
Wait, share your screen. What's going on?
Oh.
I accidentally fell asleep while I was like sitting.
Yeah.
This chair. Okay, this chair is insanely comfortable, and I'm also getting a foot massage because I'm smart and I installed a foot massage machine underneath my desk. So sometimes when it gets too comfortable, like I just like fall asleep. It's very
I
bad.
literally heard you snore and I was like, wow, he's living his life.
Bro,
I
I
had to
sleep
like
on
go
the
through
job.
I was gonna try to screenshot it.
Bro, I need to like clip it. So it make me snore. Not gonna lie, I woke up in the middle of the night. It was really bad. I still slept like a good 9 hours, but still, like, it's intense. Wait, so what are we doing right now?
Eating a brownie.
Oh, let's go back to coding. Let's see what the instructions tell us to do.
Okay. Um, We're using node fetch to make a post request.
Mm-hmm. So what are we gonna do?
I need to put code here, but I don't know what code I'm putting in here.
So how do we import an npm package? That is the question of the day.
We do npm
No.
install.
How do you call it? How do you reference something you already installed? We did this yesterday, so you should be an expert at this.
Did we now?
Yeah.
Is it somewhere in here? Oh, is it this thing? I think
Yeah.
it's this.
Why would you
And
put that
then,
there?
but I want
You
to
put all
use.
the imports. You want to put all the imports at the very top. The
Okay.
tippy top. I just feel like a singer today. I don't know why.
Why is my thing not letting me type? It's okay.
It's okay.
We're calling the fetch function. Notice the await keyword, which we need because fetch returns a promise. Wow. Which is a proxy for a value that isn't currently known. You can read about JavaScript promises here. In the meantime, I've set the URL for you. Notice that this is the URI base of the params with the params we specified earlier, appended on.
Can you like talk slower?
For now, fill in the method and bodies. So we're going to take these and we're going to paste these over here.
What is yeesh?
These.
If
Wait,
you
we
could
don't need
stop
the whole
switching
thing.
back and forth, that would be
I'm
great.
sorry. I'm sorry.
You're
I
gonna
think
give
I just
all of
need
our
to start.
viewers a heart attack.
I'm switching. Warning. Okay. Oh, nope. Okay. So what do we want to put in here? Oh, body. Is this what it
Bye.
is?
Let's see. Wait. Stop scrolling. What do you
Sorry.
want me to look at? Like you need to zoom in so I can't see anything.
Oh, my
Zoom
bad.
in.
Okay, why is this? Okay. So we're over here. We need to complete this code. The first step is, do we need, what type of request do we need?
What kind of request do you think we need? So the question mark is what we have to do in.
Are we replacing the question mark?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Well, we're not replacing it. That's the wrong way to put it. We're adding something onto it. Because how do we add a param? How do we add a param? Where in the function do we define the parameters?
Oh, we
No.
define.
Like, stop moving. Let's go G. Let's make a plan before we move on to the actual code. Wait, go back to the GitHub issue. How? Wait, Shreya, I'm losing you.
Okay.
How do we? Where in this async function? How we define the parameters? Where?
And here we define them over here. Over here.
Oh my! Where did we define it in subscription key? That makes no sense.
No,
We
no, no.
defined it at
I'm
params,
talking about
right?
this. Yeah.
So wait. Yeah, never mind. This is correct. I lied. I didn't see the params to string. Okay, never mind. This is correct. I lied. Okay, cool. So let's fill in the method. What method is this? Don't switch the screen yet. Let's like determine what we need to do before we code it. So what method is this? What type of request are we doing to analyze the image?
Post.
Okay, cool. What is going to be in the body?
Oh, what are we sending? The image.
So what is the name of the image? Like what are we gonna write in the code? That what are we gonna replace body with?
The rec.body thing.
Is it rec.body?
Oh, the face ID. Return face ID.
Are you sure it's the face ID?
Is it the params?
Is it the
Is it the whole thing?
No. Let's look at the function. What is passed into the function? What is a variable that's passed into the function?
The image. Oh, the image. The image.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. And then what would be in the content type? Sorry, not the. Oh my god, I gave it away. What would be in the header? What would be in the header?
The content type.
Is that it?
Do this in the next section. We're not there yet.
Okay, cool. So let's figure out the method and body first.
Okay. And then the body. Do we keep post in quotation marks?
Yes.
An image too?
No, because that's a variable. Post is not a variable. It's like a string. So what we do this in the next step. So let's do that in the next step. Save it.
Request headers. Go back to this and find the request headers section.
Wait, before you do that, let's read the rest of the instructions. Oh, hey, Oxa from Bit Project. It's 4 a.m. Oh my god, go to sleep. What are you doing?
Find the request headers section. That's what it's telling us to do.
Yeah,
There
let's
are
do it.
two headers that you need. I provided the format below. Oh, we need two headers and their corresponding values. The content type header should be set to application octet stream. Okay. Oh, so both of these?
Yep. I gave away the first one. I'm so mad.
Daniel.
So let's see what format. Yep. Format. Keep the format the same.
Yes, sir. She said.
Wait.
Emily.
Before we do that, wait. Shreya, let's be efficient about this. We also need the other one. Like, stop switching back and forth because that makes me very dizzy because we're on a stream. So let's just make sure that like we copy everything we need to in the same file so we don't have to come back to it. Like go to the API documentation, like we're the content type. The other thing was right below it. So we should have copied both. You know.
I mean, if I copy that, then the whole thing copies.
Yeah.
Sure.
You need to get an external monitor.
Maybe, yeah.
Are you sure it's string? Let's go back to the code, bro. No, not that code. Like the real code. Why would it be string? Because is the if you go to the no, wait, what are you doing? That's correct. So if is content type also, why is it not string, not application slash octet stream? Like why would it not be string? Because you put string in the bottom.
Okay, ignore the string thing, but I'm also not sure what goes here.
No, that's correct.
No,
That's
this
what goes
part.
there.
Nothing?
What do you think goes there?
Oh, the subscription key. Key.
Why did we define the constant subscription key if we're going to use the global variable? We're never going to use it.
Subscription key.
Uh-huh. You should hover over it to see the weird squiggly line. Wait, let's stop
Oh,
like
when are we going
moving so fast. It's making me dizzy.
Okay. Lastly, we want to call the analyze image function in module exports and the code below. Remember that parts represents the parsed multi-part
Wait, can you
form
like
data.
read it can you like read it louder and like not so
Yeah.
fast?
It is an array of parts, this one. Each one described by a file name, a type, and a data. So the 0th part is the file name. Since we only sent one file, oh, okay. We want the first file, which is 0. And we want the data property to access the binary file, hence, okay, gotcha. We want the data, we don't want the file name or anything, that's why. And then in the HTTP response of our Azure function, we store the result of the API call. Cool, which is the result. Can I switch over to the code?
Did you copy it?
Yeah, I copied it.
Okay, let's switch over to the code.
I'm gonna
Let's
go back.
first hover. No. Before you do that, let's hover over the weird red thing to see what's going on. Can you click it? Or can you click right click? Does it not tell you? So weird. Okay. No, it does. Just hover over it. Oh, that's weird. OCP API. Oh, you forgot the comma after content type. There you go.
Nice.
Can we clean that up? And also is that in the right place?
I think so.
Let's look at the function. Do we need? Oh, stop scrolling. Scroll up. Why do we need 2 response messages and a return of context.res? Like, why do we need that?
We
That
don't
makes
need it anymore.
Yeah, so we should delete it, right? If we don't need it.
Do we delete this whole thing?
What do you think we should do?
I know we have to remove this part. We just needed name for that specific part as well.
So, okay, so we have this, which is good. So do you think this is gonna work?
I think so.
Okay. If you're let's try it out.
Okay. Should I go back to Postman then?
Wait, let's check if there's any other instructions.
Sorry, I'm gonna switch again. To move on, comment your code without the subscription key. So I think that's it.
Okay, so let's try it out on Postman.
Are you able to see my entire screen? I'm just gonna do the Postman thing in the back. I'm gonna click.
Wait, no. Do share your whole screen. I share your whole screen because Postman is really important.
Okay.
No, stop switching back. It says that there was an error. You can see it in the Postman. You shouldn't just assume things work. Look, do you see that it says 500 internal error and conflict?
Mm-hmm.
That means it didn't work. And you keep clicking it and switching back. It's not going to figure it out. So let's look at the response to see what happened. What happened here?
Um, this request has been modified since you last opened this tab.
Are we sure this is how we call it?
What do you mean?
Did the request change? Like, why isn't it working? How would you debug this?
I am not sure.
What are you doing now?
I'm just gonna type it into Google to see what happens. An unexpected condition that prevented it from fulfilling the request.
Mm-hmm. So Postman is just displaying the request. This is not a Postman error. Postman is just telling what the server is saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you go back to the code, let's do you think that what part of it do you think is the issue? Because what happens if the code is bad, but it has connected? What should it print? Or should it print at all in the logs? Like, what should happen?
It needs to print the results. It needs to present.
No, I'm saying if the code is wrong, but it has connected to the server, what should it print? Because I want you to figure out based on the response what happened, like what part of the process is broken. Is it the connection to the serverless function? Is it the serverless function itself? Is it the async function? Like you should be able to figure that out based on what was returned. That's what I'm trying to say. That's how we debug, because we can't just type in a 500 error into Google, because a 500 error is like something went wrong. It's like it doesn't tell you anything. So you got to figure out what possibly could be wrong with the code, or is it even something wrong with the code? That's like a hint.
Um, Wait, what? How do we? I'm not sure what to do.
What about this? Try making the Postman request again from scratch.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So where do you get
And
the?
then we want to go into the body, form data, image, uh, file, select file.
Okay, cool. So let's get the request URL.
Mm-hmm.
And is it a GET request?
Oh no, it's a post request.
So what do you think went wrong here? Wait, what are you doing right now? Can you walk me through what you're doing?
I'm not sure what went wrong.
Okay, so let's go back to the code and walk me through what the code is doing.
So right now we have the exports function, which this part doesn't matter because it's just printing to the screen. We're
No,
getting the
walk me through
body.
each line, like, because you're not telling me anything. Like, what is each line doing?
So this line is printing this to the log.
Uh huh.
The boundary is getting using the multi-part function to get the type of whatever we're sending. So in this case, we're sending the image, so it should get a file.
Mm-hmm.
Assign the body variable the correct value. So we're just making sure that the body variable gets the actual
Mm-hmm.
body. Parsing the image that we get, and then analyzing the image.
Uh huh. Okay. Cool. Uh, wait. Stop scrolling so fast. I'm trying to. Can you like zoom in a little bit so I can read what you wrote?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Scroll slowly to the bottom so I can read what you wrote. Okay. Cool. Okay. Async function, analyze image, image. Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. Okay, that should be good. Return base attributes, emotion. That is correct. Okay. Can you like you can I'll stop sharing for a second. Can you try wait, let me await fetch URI base. Okay. Params to string. I believe that is correct. Comma method post body image. Okay, headers. Okay, this looks correct. Okay, the next thing I want to check is wait, what was I gonna check? Okay, this is oh, can you check if you know the subscription key at the very top?
Mm-hmm.
Around the very in the very top, did you put the apostrophes around it? Around the key?
Yes.
I don't know if we can make a constant equal to a very yeah, you can. That shouldn't matter. Huh. Wait, let's just try it and see if that's the issue because it could be. Do you want to try changing the very top the var to const and see what happens
Mm-hmm.
and then save it and see if it works.
Um, yeah. Mm-mm.
Nope. Same issue. Are we sure it's image? Did we name? We should. It doesn't matter. No, shouldn't
Mm-mm.
matter. Did we install node fetch? Did you do npm node fetch
On my computer or on the Azure thing?
on the Azure function?
Pretty sure we did. I think that was like the first steps that we did yesterday.
Can you go to the top, like not the variable, like just the top of the function? No, no, go to their multi-part part. Can you try node fetch with singular quotes
Mm-hmm.
by any chance?
And try it again.
Yeah, that's really weird. Huh. Form data. Are we supposed to be being? Wait, are we passing in stuff from the parameters or? the headers. No, wait, rec body, yeah. Huh, that's super weird. Oh wait, analyze image. Do you want to go back to the instructions? Maybe we're missing something. Wait, let me see if Emily's online. Maybe we can invite her. Oh. I think it's just like us missing something really small.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Analyze image. Node fetch. Hmm. Await fetch. Okay, we define. Wait, how do we define our endpoint? Do we define our endpoint somewhere? The URI.
Yeah, over here.
Can you try deleting like the the very end, like with after the com? Do you see
Yeah.
the slash after the com?
Oh, just the slash.
No. Like the after the com. Yeah.
Everything.
No. Just that. Save
Yeah.
it. Because slash doesn't make any sense.
Mm-mm.
No. Mm, response. Let respond. Oh fuck. I don't know what could be wrong. So question mark. Uh, params to string. Oh, can you try something? Could you
Mm-hmm.
uh wait, you shouldn't have to do that. Never mind. That should be correct. To string. Yeah, that's correct. Huh. Oh wait, that's your what type of method? Post. Okay, that is correct. Body image. It's img image. Yeah. Okay, and then content type. Application octet stream. That's correct. Okay. Let data await response.json. Okay, cool. And then return data. That's cool. Okay, let's just try this because this is the only thing I can think of that like might be wrong. Is maybe it's not reading in the subscription key correctly.
Okay.
Wait, how about this? Before we try that? No. Before we try that, let's comment out. Let's see if it's like a connection issue. So let's comment out the result await analyze image. Comment that out, and the and the context res. You know, yeah. And then comment out the console log. Just comment out everything. Yeah, and then let's just try Can you check? Can you click params and see what it looks like?
Um,
What is this code? Can you unclick that and click?
mm-mm.
Oh, that's so weird.
We did delete a bunch of stuff earlier. Maybe we deleted something that we shouldn't have.
Like the name and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that because it's literally just returning the name in the response message.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing we deleted was like the constant response message, not
Mm-hmm.
any of the code. Like I don't think that's it. Huh. So weird. Hey Danny's followers. I think we got rated just now. Hey Danny's
Oh,
followers.
nice.
How, how's everyone going? Sorry, we got so into the coding that we got distracted. Hello. They're being they have no idea they're being. Yeah, we're trying to debug this error. So right now we're writing a piece of code that takes someone's face, sends it to a server, and then we're gonna use AI and ML APIs to figure out how they're feeling. Like if they're happy, they're sad, they're lonely, they're depressed. I'm kidding. That's because how we're feeling right now. Yeah, can you zoom in a little bit, Shreya?
Yeah.
Their eyes are feeling old.
No, it's just because the text is really small.
I mean, Danny's skincare routine is really good, so he is surprisingly old. That's a compliment. I was like, whoa, Danny's actually like really interesting. Wait, I'm gonna invite Emily to this call. Okay, is that cool? We're gonna
Yes,
invite a
please.
friend. 33 here, bro. That's cool. Me and Shreya, well, Shreya's older than me, but you know, we're
Uh,
we're we're youngest. Yeah, for our new viewers, can you explain what's going on here?
so right now we're trying to learn how to use Postman to make get and post requests, and this app is supposed to use Async functions to kind of analyze an image. So we're supposed to kind of let me get this. We're sending an image over here, and then it should analyze the emotion that that image is feeling. But for some reason, we are facing an error, and we're not exactly sure where that error is coming from. So we're just trying to debug it. Is Emily here?
Emily is like, I took the PSAT, so she's like busy catching up on that. So let me
Oh, okay.
message Julia to see if she's online. Hey Julia, can you help us debug? Let's debug some stuff. Okay. But in the meantime, let's try out different things and then see what works, because that's how
Mhm.
life works. So let's go through the whole code again. Let's start at the very top and see what's going on here. So we defined the variable. We defined the variable multi-part. That's how we importing the parse multi-part function, and then we also imported the node fetch package, which is going to help us fetch data from our API. We have then the module export async function context perfect, and then we logged that the HTTP trigger processed the. What about this? Let's comment out everything besides the first context log. So if it connects, then we can just see if it connected.
Sure. Yeah, let's try that.
What? That makes no sense. I think that means there's something wrong with the actual serverless function. I don't think it has to do with this. Because that should print out. That's just a literal console.log. So let's try creating a new function at this point.
Should I try going back to the code that we had before and seeing if that works?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Command Z it.
Mm.
Debugging is so fun. Yeah, yeah. Let's just copy and paste that and then see it. No, you forgot the. No, you forgot the. No, no,
I
no.
mean, yeah, this is already there, but let me just copy it here. Um,
Is that link okay? What does that mean?
is what okay?
Can you like zoom in? I can't see what the hell you're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
No, like, can you like command plus it? Like, not like this because it's gonna out zoom as long as you reload it. There we go.
Yeah.
Just copy and paste the whole thing.
Okay.
Did you do it?
No, wait. Let me just remove this part.
Wait, delete the function at the very end too. Delete
Oh
the
yeah.
function at the very end too.
Okay.
Yeah, so that link is fine. We literally copied the link from the get function URL at the Azure function. I think it's a Postman issue because that should work. Do you want to go through the Postman instructions again, just so we make sure we do it correctly, like the GIF?
I think we did. Like this is the second time we tried this. Do you want to start over?
No. Follow the instructions from the GitHub issue.
The learning lab?
Yeah, because it worked yesterday. The same code, like.
Mm.
Okay, so we changed it to a post. Okay, can you zoom in more? Because I don't know what's going on. It's too small.
Is that better?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, scroll down. Not this GIF. This is literally just changing it to post, and then okay, copy the. Okay, we did that. Okay, and
That's it. So I'm just going to create a new request. Cool. Change it to post. We need to get the URL.
just FYI, you're importing it twice in the code. The variable. You're importing the function twice in the code in the Azure function. You're fetching multi-part twice.
Oh, it's because we just pasted it. Okay. And then we're going to go into body, form data.
I think you should delete the stuff in the image because never mind.
Delete the stuff in the image.
No. Just do it like this. It's fine. Okay, can you go back to params? Okay, cool. Okay, let's send it and see what happens.
It still says that.
Huh. Why did it wake it says it's a get request. Do you see down the left? It says it's a get request. I don't know why it's saying that. Can you click save? Okay.
Mhm.
Huh. That's so weird. Let's look at the instructions again. We're missing something. Like this yesterday. Can you just delete the whole thing and then just like paste in the stuff from yesterday? Like instead of commenting everything out? Because I think you commented something wrong. There's no way that we're running it and then like it doesn't work.
Yeah, let me just.
Did you save it? Did you just save it? Did you save the
Did I
serverless
save
function?
what?
The serverless
No, wait.
function.
I'm just copying something. Uh,
What are you copying?
nothing. I'm just gonna delete the whole thing.
What if you just delete the whole thing and then just copy and paste the code that worked yesterday?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Did
Okay.
you save it?
Yeah, I saved it.
Okay, cool. So what are you doing now?
Just
Wait, I thought you
making
just pasted it.
Yeah, I'm just making sure that it's the same thing. Okay, should I just go into Postman now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's the variable, the key that you defined. It has to be the key.
Okay.
Do Command Z and then delete the key at the very top.
Okay, so we no longer have the key. I need to get the fetch thing back.
And then let's try it now. Let's try it now. Wait, no. Just run it now and see what the issue is. Let's try one variable at a time.
Yeah, it's the fetch. You're right.
So I think we didn't install fetch, like node fetch.
Okay.
So how are we gonna do that? How are we gonna install node fetch?
We need to go back to the console.
Hmm. Install. Node fetch. Node dash fetch. Did it work?
I think it worked.
If you could like go slightly slower, it's like really fast on my end, and I really don't see what you're doing.
Sorry, I was just going back into the code. And I'm gonna go into Postman, and it's still an error.
Hmm. If you go to the, can you click index.js
Mm-hmm.
and then click function.json? Huh, okay. I think what's happening is that it's not installed right now. It is, yeah, it's not installed. So we have to go to the console. Let's go to monitor. No. Monitor. Monitor. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do right now. I've never had this issue where it's not installed. So it's kind of frustrating. Click the a tab right next to the search resources. There's like a little coding icon right next to very top, very top. There's a little terminal icon. Yeah. Click that. And do npm Yeah, that's fine. Wait, never mind. Let's click exit out of it. Just let's go back to the console you were at before. It's not there. You have to go to the one below. Yeah, that one. Console. And then do npm init -y. So you need to like we need to have a package.json file, I think. Uh-huh. Okay, cool. And
Okay.
then let's do npm install node-fetch as well as the other one, like parse multipart.
What's the other one?
Npm install like parse multipart or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Let's go back to the function. And then let's try making go to the code. And then can you put single apostrophes around node fetch? And then let's see if that works.
Mm-mm.
Node fetch is not working. Why is it not working? So weird. Can you do can you go back to the console and then let's look at what the package.json file looks like.
Yeah.
So you can just do like ls and then just see all the files. Oh, we probably should have CD'd into the HTTP trigger. Go one and then ls. We should see what's there. Yeah, we should probably have done it there. No, you need to do the npm init thing. Init y. Because we need to initiate. Yeah. We need to create like an npm like package JSON file. And then what we're gonna do is npm install multipart. Yep. And npm install node fetch. Hopefully that loading sign is a good sign. Yep, that's fine. Okay. That's super weird, but we can try it now. Let's run it now and see what's going on. Go to Postman and run it.
Okay.
Oh, that worked.
Okay.
The
Cool.
issue was that, so guys, I think the issue that we learned from here is that you got to CD into the right directory to do the npm install. Woo! That actually worked. I can't believe that worked. That was such a example of such a small issue that causes everything to mess up. Okay, cool. Now we can just like try the code we wrote. Okay, cool. I would cry if this worked.
I feel like you're gonna cry even if it doesn't work.
Yeah, that's true. That's more likely.
Okay. Try it now.
Yeah.
I don't think I have the key in this case. So I have to bring the key back. Can you remove my
Yeah.
thing?
So guys, we're adding the subscription key for the Face API right now. So we can't show you the screen because that would be
Even
bad.
though
We
we've
can't.
already shown it before.
It's okay. There were like 2 viewers. It was like me and your mom. Like it's fine. But now that we have a little bit more viewers. But yeah, if you guys haven't worked with the Face API, you guys should. It's really awesome. Basically, it can return really cool information about an image that you pass into it. And you can get things like, does the person have glasses? Does it have a beard? And Bit Project did a stream yesterday where they ran a bunch of weird pictures through it to see if it would detect a beard. And apparently Chewbacca has an insane beard, which makes sense. Their beard rating was like 1 out of 1. And Yoda is not considered a human. Yoda does not work. And one of the mentors of Bit Project, Chloe, put a picture of her boyfriend and a pancake version of her boyfriend through the API. And apparently the pancake version has a better beard than the real version of the person, which is pretty
Oh my
funny.
God.
So machine learning is amazing. It detects beards on pancakes, which I thought was very hilarious. But if you ever get a chance, you should play around with it. It's really fun. Does it work? Oh my God, it works. Oh my God, you guys. So basically,
Oh my
the
God.
code works. It shows it's 1 out of 1 happy. That makes no sense. Wait, can we try some really fun like images to see what it returns? Like
Oh my
pictures of
God.
us? Because we
You
gotta
have to
try it
send
now that we
it to
have
me.
this machine learning working. So guys, we have finally gotten the code to work. So we wrote this whole ass function to detect what kind of moods people are in. So if you guys have any suggestions of pictures we should test, drop it in the chat and we can test those right now. Let's try. Do you have any pictures of you that are like smiling?
Yeah, let me just tap the screen share to get them. Let's see. I think I want like an angry picture, right?
Yeah. So all of your Instagram pictures would do right here. You know. Should we do a beard detector for you? You know, just.
I would be fine with that. I feel like you want me to say something. Let
To
me
be
draw.
honest, it's really sad because I can't grow any facial hair. Like this is 18 years of facial hair, so I'm really jealous of people with beards because I want to be able to do this. It's really fun.
I want to see
So,
how you're feeling in this really old picture from your
I am scared. Oh
from
my
your
god.
Facebook. No,
Wait,
it
sure.
shouldn't be happy. It shouldn't be bad.
Okay, share your screen. I'm excited.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So
Gonna remove
what
it.
image are we gonna do?
We're gonna go into, I think.
Oh my god! Oh, that's me as like a child. That's gross. I hate you so much.
Let's see how you're feeling.
Wait. Zoom in on the zoom in on the picture so they can see what the picture is. Get
Oh,
get
zoom
the
in on the
picture.
picture.
Yeah.
Let me get this.
So this picture was determined as from the Face API as 2.1% contempt.
Oh my God.
um 2.1%, no, 21% happy and 77% neutral. That's pretty amazing.
Contempt though. The contempt in your eyes, Daniel.
It's only 2.1%, okay? 2.1. Actually, I look so similar to that picture, that hairstyle though.
Me too.
That bow tie is adorable. Okay, cool. Wait, do a picture of you now. Like you did one of me, so you gotta
Oh
do one
no,
of me.
that's okay.
We should do Ron Swanson. Let's try Ron Swanson.
Oh, okay.
Wait, just share your whole screen and just Google people, and then we can just run it through the algorithm.
Yes, sir.
This is exciting. Hello, what is your name? This is my favorite TV character, you guys. I relate to him because I don't have a mustache. Let's see what face he has.
Select files.
We display the image at the same time so we can kind of compare.
Oops. Okay. So this is the image. And these are the results. Pretty neutral. Strongly
It's
neutral.
1.6%. What if we add some functionality here so we can detect stuff like beards and stuff? What do you think about that?
You really want to detect the beard, huh?
Yeah, but I want to detect beard on me to see what it returns. So I think we have to change the function because we have to pass in some different parameters. So let's go back to that function and let's add a parameter for beard detection.
Facial
And
hair?
put a picture of me. Yeah. Wait, we gotta check the. Yeah, it's facial hair, I believe. Yeah, and then we gotta. Can you take a screenshot of me?
Yeah, wait, let me let me just make sure that this is facial hair. Yep. Okay, cool. Let's go back into the stream real quick. Get a nice screenshot. Beautiful.
Okay, cool.
Um,
And then let's
go back
upload.
into Postman. Okay. Should it just
We gotta
automatic
show the image as well, so the folks can like compare and see what my face looks like. So that's my face.
the face of beauty that we're comparing?
There's no
Oh, yeah.
result.
There's nothing. That's
Wait, let's
fair.
go back to the code. I think that's a code issue.
Mhm.
So return facial attributes. Okay. And then params to string. Let's scroll down a little bit. Are we sure the param is called facial hair? Can we just double check that? Oh,
Yeah.
it's return facial attributes.
Yeah. Return face attributes.
Is it face attributes or facial attributes?
Face. The only thing I changed is emotion to facial hair.
Let's do glass. Let's try glasses and see if that works. Maybe they didn't detect anything.
Maybe. Okay.
Wait, that's so weird. Why do you think it's like not returning anything? Is
Um,
it because like the way we're displaying information is not working? Like let's check how we're displaying the information. Oh, that's so weird. I don't think that part's fine because it's able to fetch the image. It's just that return facial. Let's go back to emotion and see what. Okay.
okay. Let me try Ron again. Okay,
Is it just
it's
not
just
detecting a face?
uh yeah, I think we're gonna have to take a better screenshot.
Wow, that is offensive. That is so freaking offensive. They
Move out
don't
a little bit.
have a face. Should I like zoom out?
Yeah,
This
move
is
out a little bit. Move your camera slightly down. Okay, I'm just gonna, so small. Okay, cool. Let's hope this works. Can you add it back to the stream?
yeah.
Mm.
Oh my
It's
god.
just you.
It doesn't want to detect me. This is so offensive. I'm gonna report the face API. It's illegal. What the F is happening? What the fuck?
Funny part is it even detected my like little emoji thing.
Yeah. They detect emojis, but not my face. They don't recognize my face as a face. That is offensive. I'm going to sue them. What the bro? They recognize Chewbacca as a human, but not me. Like, I need to lodge a complaint here, not to be all Karen, okay?
We can go back to this one and then Detective Baby Daniel had a beard.
Okay.
So we're going back to
Also, I'm offended. Like now I'm actually offended. What the fuck? What is happening?
okay, Baby Daniel had 10% of a stash, 10% of a beard. This This is so
Wow.
cool.
I am so upset right now. I don't even know how to phrase this. I'm like actually upset that it's not detecting my face as like a face. Wow. A 60% beard. What is 100% beard? Is it you?
How does that work? Because he doesn't actually have a beard. He only has a stash.
It's called bad machine learning. Like I
Did
feel
you,
like
what did you just say before I started talking? Do you know?
huh?
Nothing.
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 Wait, what are you talking about? Like about I'm offended that like the AI algorithm is not picking up my face as a face.
No, no, you said something else, but we're just gonna act like you didn't say it.
I didn't say anything.
Okay. I think that's pretty much it.
Yay. Well, we streamed for 2 hours and then we figured out the terrible. Oh my God. Sorry. Let me gather my thoughts. Terrible, terrible mistake of not reading docs properly and installing npm packages in the wrong place. So Shreya and I, what we're going to do after the stream is we're going to be opening issues for that curriculum to improve the curriculum so other people don't waste an hour trying to debug issues that are super stupid. So yeah. And also we learned that artificial intelligence still has a way to go because they cannot detect my face, even though they can detect Shreya's emoji, and also determined that Ron Swanson has a 60% beard, which is not true. He has a 100% beard because we stand Ron Swanson in this household. But anyways, thanks y'all for tuning in. Y'all are really cool. Follow me. Follow Shreya on at Shrey the Cray on Twitter. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Y'all. That was fun.